All right, what's going on, guys? So here we had one trade today. We ended up hitting a pretty nice winner. Didn't hit full TP, but we did end up scaling out a little more than half. Executions are in the Discord. Let me just right here. So, pretty happy with this one. I wanted to trade obviously those setups that we had earlier in the session, but I was just having issues with Wi-Fi, so I wasn't able to take those. But this was the only one, and it was right before news. So honestly, I don't know. I probably wasn't going to take this one anyway, to be honest, just because of how close it was to the 10 a.m. news. So I'm going to go through kind of the market really quick. I'll talk about the setup, why I ended up taking this one. Market opens up and it initially manipulates down. And it ends up filling in this 1 hour gap we have below. And then immediately from that gap, we end up getting a huge displacement candle to the upside. Now, I wanted to long right here, but it had already taken out all of my break even points. So I was like, I'm not going to, force this long because it's already taken out where I want to go break even. And obviously at this point, we were targeting into this 4 hour gap. And we had an AM high resting in the gap. But anyway, price from there pulls back into this 3 minute gap, and we end up getting another displacing candle right here. But at this point, ES is already much higher in the gap. I don't want to get caught and then see a deeper pullback, so I kind of just fade this. This would have been my entry, targeting 4 hour CE, but I'm pretty sure it would have gotten edged. Anyway, I think CE was literally like right there, so it would have gotten edged anyway, and I would have gotten stopped out break even personally. So from there, we end up continuing to trade up. Obviously, I'm not going to take this long right here because we're not delivering off anything. And then we continue up here, and this would have been the short, but again, this was at 9:55. This was 5 minutes before the news. I couldn't enter it anyway, but this was a good trade, like. But personally, for me, I doubt I would have ended up taking this just because of how close we were to the news. But if we did take this, I was going to look to target potentially down into this 5 minute unfilled gap, which would have been, a great reversal trade. But again, just the time and the context, I couldn't really do anything about it. So from there, price, 1 second. Oh, sorry about that, Chaos. Anyway, from there, price continues up, but again, we're not delivering off anything here, so I don't want to take longs at this point. We're just not delivering off anything. I honestly wanted to look for continuation shorts, but I just didn't see anything really here that I really wanted to take. So anyway, price continues to chop up slowly, and as we chop up, what do? We build up low resistance sell side liquidity. So at this point, I'm looking potentially, I either want to see price displace higher and then look for a continuation model to our next draw, or I want to see a reversal where I can target all this low resistance liquidity. So we end up putting in a bearish SMT. As you can see, NQ fails to take this high. ES takes the high, so I'm like, okay, we're probably, if we get some displacement down, I want to be looking for potentially a short. So we end up getting this 1 minute inversion right here, and we get this huge displacement candle. So I honestly just jump in there and get filled at 916. I run my stop right above the highs right here, and I was looking to target all the way this whole leg down. So basically, my first TP was this low right here. I took just under half. Then I scaled out a bit more right here on this push because I knew at this point it looked like we were probably going to see some type of retrace, so I wanted to scale out at least another micro. So scaled out again there. And then my next TP was going to be probably around here, and then my final TP was likely going to be this low over here, which was the 1016 low. I was contemplating maybe leaving a runner to look to take out this 932 low, because a lot of those times we will come down and take out those like wicks around market open, but ended up only getting about half the trade off. I took this with 7 micros on each account, so I ended up scaling out 4, which was pretty good. Full TP would have been like a banger, but I'm super happy with this anyway. It doesn't really matter. So again, I'll run through it. Price, we put in an SMT, NQ fails to take those highs, ES takes the highs. We built up low resistance liquidity that I'm looking to target and at least get some type of rebalancing move before we continue to the upside. I don't think we had any gaps to fill right here. Like, I don't think we had any unfilleds. We just had low resistance liquidity, so I was expecting price to aggressively flush through it. We get this 1 minute inversion with displacement. Take that entry, TP1, scale out a bit more here. Again, I was looking to target this wick and then this wick, but most likely this wick. This is where I wanted to lead my runners to. But again, at the peak, this ran about 88 points, which is pretty good, or about 90 points. So super happy with this one. End off the week with this, and we'll get back into next week pretty good. I don't know. I didn't really think price action was the greatest this week. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was the greatest. But hopefully next week we get some good PA. But that's it for me, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.